This video is being brought to you by Satisfy Gaming. Make playing your Switch in portable mode super ergonomic with the Satisfy Gaming grips. They also have case and grip bundles that let you keep the grip on your Switch and store it safely in their high quality cases. These grips make using your Switch in portable mode as comfortable as a Pro controller. Use the code ReviewTech10 to save 10% off your entire order. Link below in the description.
Next generation consoles are coming, and this time we should actually be excited about the hardware. Not like when we were going from the PS3 and 360 into the PS4 and Xbox One. Those were anemic. These consoles look like they're beefy. Oh. Skip it up and that up. Alright, next gen consoles. We know they're coming next holiday season. Sony announced that the PS5 is coming basically the same time as the Xbox Scarlet, which I think everyone knew. They weren't going to do what they did with the PS3 and give the Xbox 360 or Microsoft a year on the market without having their competing console there. It's exciting times. The hardware seems beefy. We have Zen 2 CPUs in there, Navi graphics in there. Huge jump from the anemic Jaguar cores that are in the current consoles. I'm excited. I feel manly drinking this purple can of seltzer. Let's go. Let's talk about it, because someone actually saw a tech demo for a next-gen multi-plat game, and what they saw blew their minds. Now, this post comes from a former game fan editor, and this was actually on Reset Era, and he saw this tech demo, and this is what he had to say about it. I wish I had footage. I'm going to make sure you know I don't have footage in the title of the video because I don't want to be clickbaity. But this is what he describes, and it's pretty awesome. The demo I saw had the very best real-time graphics I've ever seen. And what I mean by that is, looked like a real game you can play. Not some super polished Unreal Engine 4 or Unity technical demo that you get to see at GDC. To me, there was no mistaking this for a current generation on PC or console. To be clear, in terms of scope, lighting and environment dynamics, Red Dead Redemption 2 or The Last of Us 2 aren't even in the same time zone as this. And yeah, it kind of seemed like a Shadowfall moment to me. He's referring to Killzone Shadowfall, in that it seemed totally different from what I've been used to in the previous generation. Now granted, the frame rate maybe was 25 to 30-ish and it was early, but I actually said out loud when I first saw it. One thing I found really interesting was the quality of the shadows. I especially noticed there were approximately 2 to 3 foot high bushes. They were swaying in the wind and they were casting moving shadows with perfect detail. No shimmering or stair-stepping at all, which that was a big problem during the 7th generation. I remember shadows, they looked like Atari sprites from the Atari 2600, the shadows. They had a bunch of stair-stepping with 7th gen consoles, but anyway. And I am talking about a bush with maybe 75 to 100 branches, and that's hundreds of leaves on it, casting perfect shadows. Keep in mind, this was just a random whatever bush. Also, the overall picture quality was astoundingly solid. Like, it used some super duper anti-aliasing. The game is full 2160p, meaning 4K, but again, has no shimmering whatsoever. Just a really solid resolve to the graphics. It was running on Navi-based hardware, so a current for the time PS5 dev kit, June 2019. So I'm hyped for this next generation of consoles. And for everyone out there who is a PC gamer, who only games on PC, Solid Rev, I'm looking at you, even though I know you game on consoles too. You prefer PC. I know you gave your son your Xbox One X because you have Xbox Game Pass Elite. This is still good for you because we're getting a substantial jump with next generation. So we're going to beefy I have a 3900X downstairs. Those cores in that thing is a monster. Okay, we're not getting a 12-core processor in next-gen consoles, but even if the processor compares to a 3700X inside of next-gen, probably downclocked to keep temperatures cooler, but still, that's a huge computing jump. The IPC in Zen 2 compared to the Jaguar cores in current-gen consoles they're in totally different leagues. So even beyond the graphics, that you go into up to the Navi graphics, okay, the AMD Navi, the CPU processing power for AI, for destructible environments, for physics, for artificial intelligence as a whole is going to be a huge jump. Then you go into Navi architecture for the graphics, and they're going to have, it's been confirmed that both Sony and Microsoft for their next gen systems are going to have ray tracing baked in. That means that not only will they have the ray tracing tech there to make the lighting more realistic and make environments look more realistic, is that it means that developers are going to get better at utilizing ray tracing tech. So if you're a PC gamer, you're going to get better ray tracing tech in your games with the engines that'll run better and won't probably take a huge hit in your frame rate like a lot of the ray trace games do now. Also, newer hardware coming from NVIDIA and AMD, newer graphics cards will be better with ray tracing as well. Hell, AMD's Navi cards that are out right now don't even have ray tracing built in. But you get my point. This is a win for everybody. Even if you don't give a crap about the PS5 or Scarlet, this is big news because it means your games on PC will look and run better. Because they're not going to... Look, man, consoles still to this day dictate, okay, how good games look and how good games run, right? And if consoles are still holding back PCs, guess what? Yeah, okay, your games will look slightly better and run better, but they're not going to totally revamp the engine for PC as opposed to consoles, especially now that consoles, since the 8th generation, have been x86 64-bit architecture just like PCs. So it's a win for PC gamers, and if you're just a console gamer, you're going to see a huge jump this time in performance. And other people have said it's the biggest jump maybe ever from one generation to another. So that's really impressive. And me hearing these specs as being a PC gamer, even though I still love my consoles, I know Zen 2 is a beast. Navi is a beast. Having ray tracing hardware built into the consoles is a big deal. These super fast solid state drives will make loading times much quicker or even seamless where you won't even have loading times. That's a huge deal. Bigger open world environments due to the SSDs, due to more memory, due to a faster GPU, due to a much faster processor is going to make bigger immersive worlds, more immersive worlds, All of that combined is just going to make, it's not just about graphics, it's about the whole experience. And with this kind of hardware, we're going to get much better, much more exciting experiences. And when I went from 7th gen to 8th gen, I was like, I'm hearing the specs. I'm like, meh. This time I'm excited. And many people consider me a PC elitist. So if I'm excited, you should be excited as well. This is Rich at Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one. Even though for some reason people think I'm a Nintendo fanboy now. When the Wii U was out, they called me a Nintendo hater. I don't win either way.